2025 is shaping up to be an absolute feast for gamers. After a year of warming up with trailers and rumors, we're finally looking at games that will blow up the industry and redefine what we know about gaming. From new franchises to legendary comebacks, the upcoming releases promise excitement like never before. Get ready to mark your calendars, because today we'll dive into the games that are set to dominate the year ahead. Kicking things off is Doom: The Dark Ages, released just a few weeks ago on May 15th. This prequel to Doom 2016 promised to be the best installment in the series, but critics are torn. On one hand, the game delivers everything fans love: massive weapons, intense shooting, and stunning visuals. But on the other hand, it falls short in key areas. The soundtrack, which has always been a hallmark of the series, is being called forgettable, and those dragon flights and mechs, which were heavily advertised, have left some players underwhelmed. The open world design has also drawn mixed reviews, with some critics calling it more of a chore than a thrilling experience. Despite this, Doom: The Dark Ages remains a solid entry for Doom fans, offering a solid 16-20-hour campaign with 2 different endings and a promise of future DLC. Next, we have Gears of War E-Day, the latest chapter in the iconic franchise. The Coalition promises that this game will push the limits of Unreal Engine 5, delivering the most detailed and realistic graphics we've ever seen. But it's not just about the visuals. E-Day is a full-fledged story that explores the backstory of the Gears of War universe. The game will be available on PC and Xbox Series X/S, but who knows? It might even make its way to PlayStation 5. The developers are focusing on high-end lighting, textures, and physics to create a visual revolution, setting new benchmarks for the entire gaming industry. Now, let's talk about La Quimera. This one had a bumpy start. Initially planned for release in late April, the developers shifted its launch and then dropped it into early access with a lot of issues. At the time of writing, the game has only 38% positive reviews on Steam. Players are criticizing its basic gameplay, lack of content, and poor performance, but there are still some optimistic voices saying that the game has potential if the developers continue to improve it over time. Set in a futuristic Latin America, La Quimera offers players the chance to play as mercenaries in a dystopian world. It'll be interesting to see how this game evolves during its early access phase. Mafia: The Old Country is another highly anticipated title. This prequel to the Mafia series will take players to early 20th century Sicily, where they'll experience the rise of a criminal family. The game will be entirely single-player and promises to deliver the rich storytelling and immersive realism that Mafia fans know and love. The gameplay trailer even gives us a glimpse of hand-to-hand combat, knife fights, and racing, making it feel like a true return to the Mafia series roots. And at a relatively affordable price of $50.00, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. Mafia: The Old Country is set to release on August 8th on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series XS. Stranding 2 is up next, and it's shaping up to be bigger and better than its predecessor. Early access players have already praised the game for its improvements in gameplay, visuals, and optimization. The sequel expands on the original's concept, introducing dynamic weather events and more diverse missions. The game's day and night cycle adds another layer of immersion, while players will now have the freedom to choose between stealth or open combat during enemy. With an optimized version for PlayStation 5, Stranding 2 promises to be one of the most beautiful games of 2025. Who could forget GTA 6? Rockstar has finally released the second trailer for this highly anticipated game, and it's already got fans buzzing. The trailer revealed incredibly detailed scenes, from beer bottles with bubbles to reflections in windows. The level of detail is next level, hinting at the technological leaps Rockstar is making with the game. Rumors are swirling that GTA 6 will coincide with the release of PlayStation 6, and there's even speculation that the game will feature character development systems similar to those in GTA San Andreas. This release is set for May 2026, so we've got plenty of time to analyze every frame. Fans of Metal Gear Solid will be excited to hear about the upcoming Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Konami is taking everything fans love about the original game and giving it a fresh coat of paint with stunning visuals, preserving the atmosphere of the classic while offering new perspectives. This remake is expected to have modern graphics while staying true to the original's roots. The game will be released on August 28th, 2025 for PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. Resident Evil 9 is still under wraps, but insider rumors have already hinted at what we can expect. According to trusted sources, this game will be a complete reimagining of the series with fresh mechanics, a new atmosphere, and significant changes to the storyline. It's speculated that the game will feature Leon Kennedy as the main character, and it will take place 4 years after the events of Resident Evil Village. If the rumors are true, Resident Evil 9 could be the breakthrough title fans have been waiting for. The Midnight Walk is an indie horror game that stands out for its handcrafted visuals and unique story. In this title, you'll navigate through a world of nightmares with a quirky sidekick by your side. Critics are already praising the game's artistic direction and plot, though some have criticized its short length and simple gameplay. Still, it's one of those titles that offers something fresh, and it's worth checking out if you're a fan of stylish horror games. The Midnight Walk is already available on PC and PS5. In 2025, get ready to dive into Spine, a cinematic action game where you'll fight against AI overlords in a futuristic city. With intense shootouts, close combat, and a rich plot, Spine promises to offer a thrilling experience. The game is being developed using Unreal Engine 5, and the developers are focusing on creating smooth, realistic animations. Spine will be available on PC and next-gen consoles in 2025. For something a little lighter, Killer Bean is an action world-like game that stars a bean character who's an action hero. After being betrayed by the agency he worked for, Killer Bean sets out on a mission of revenge. The game offers open-world gameplay and plenty of action, including shootouts and epic combat sequences. Killer Bean will enter early access this summer, and it's sure to entertain with its humor and fast-paced gameplay. RoboCop is back, and this time it's for a standalone DLC called Unfinished Business. The game will feature RoboCop as he fights through a high-tech building taken over by mercenaries, with new weapons including a cryogun and additional backstory flashbacks. This DLC is sure to satisfy fans of the original. It releases on July 17th, and it's standalone, so you don't need to buy the main game to play it. For MMO fans, ArcheAge Chronicles is a dark fantasy online RPG that promises adventure, combat, and strategic battles. Set 50 years after the original, it will offer epic quests, dynamic gameplay, and a huge world to explore. The game is still in early development, but it's definitely one to watch. Stay tuned for more updates as the developers share new footage. Fable, unfortunately, has been delayed until 2026, but fans won't have to wait too long for this ambitious reimagining of the classic franchise. The developers are promising a truly breathtaking version of Albion, with incredible graphics, engaging gameplay, and the signature British humor we've come to love. It's definitely worth the wait. 2025 is shaping up to be a monumental year for gaming. Whether it's revisiting old favorites like Gears of War and Mafia, or exploring new worlds in Doom and GTA 6, this year promises to deliver some unforgettable experiences. Let me know in the comments which game you're most excited for, and be sure to subscribe to stay updated on all the latest gaming news. Until next time.